Hello, Grand and welcome back to Rule of Waves 3 as we continue our Spanish nautical adventures. We're wrestling with the French. And there was some interesting chats in the comments from last video, and some point out that actually, given where we are, taking a white piece at this moment may not be the end of the world. We have obviously secured one piece of land thus far, and our fleet is looking a little bit scuffed. It could do with some rest and refit and rebuilding. So I shouldn't be too disheartened if we decide to call it a day, which is fair. I think it's fair. I always want more, but we don't always get what we want. Part of me was keen to try and secure Tunisia sooner rather than later, just because planes in the Med, and it just gets worse and worse and worse as the game goes on. But we may not be able to do that. So on that backdrop, maybe I'll try not to be too warmongery, because there's always the risks that they do have a slight VP advantage, and what we don't want is to give anything away. Aside from that, we've got our lovely new battleship coming out in about 10 months. We've got some new destroyers in the go. Money is okay. I'll probably keep building up a little bit of a pot here. I think we need to build some more lights to start with. And then there's the long road to reconstructing our fleet arm. We are a little bit short of trade protection, and that's because our West African light cruiser is in dock. I could probably do with a few more trade protection corvettes, so I might actually build just a small number of those. No, we're not even a valid design anymore. Okie doke. Let's do a quick build. In fact, I'll jump to the end. Okay, here we go. This is mainly the design that was spat out by the AI. I've also made sure it's 1600 tons and does have our colonial service, so they fill up to 1000 tons of forestation requirement. The AI proposed a bunch of 4-inch dual-purpose guns, some AA covering, even some nominal armor. I mean, true min-max faction, what we should do is strip all that stuff out, slow the speed down to 17 knots, and make the maintenance as cheap as physically possible. But hey, you know what? Let's not go too wild and crazy. I think it's a reasonable-ish kind of corvette design, so why not just accept that you got to pay a little bit of maintenance for this stuff? So let's just quick save and finish. We'll get a couple of those rocked out. Maybe 4, just to replace some losses around the place. We'll see how much they cost on a monthly basis. Okay, quick check on how our fleets are sitting then. So we've got our old battleships, our heavy cruiser. Where's our other heavy cruiser? In dock. Out in Southeast Asia attempting to invade Cochin, China. We might be a little bit shy with 37 points until that heavy cruiser comes back. And we may even need some additional lights, but I don't think we have any lights. No, trade one's on trade protection, and one is in dry dock. Okie doke. And then in the Med, we've got the rest of our fleet, which is so-so at the minute. We've got a battleship, we've got a light carrier, but that's about it. We have roughed up the French fleet, so they don't have too much active at the minute, but they do have a lot of air power, which is always a constant threat. So we'll continue and see where we go. Yes, I do. I'm going to have to say yes. I don't think I have any more ships to throw on it. Oh, hello. Well, this is a good start to things. Let's get after an actual invasion battle. They don't have a CV out here, do they? No. Sniped. Okay. This is excellent. They don't have any ships out here either. Oh, they do have ships out here. Who have they got out here? Battleship. I don't think there's a battleship out here. Okie doke. We have our Duro, which I've not played around with much actually, so I'm quite keen to give them an outing. We'll have to watch out for ships. But that's okay. We can rearrange our force, but I think this is absolutely fine. Let's go for it. Alright, this is a super little start to things. We're at night. How long have we got for our little raid? Oh, 3 hours and 20 minutes. That's not very long. We do have to worry about... Is that medium bombers? I believe blue is medium bomber. Yes, so they've got some medium bombers. So let's see if we can get in. Which aren't the most dangerous things in the world. But if they do hit, it can hurt. Let's go up to 22 knots. Nice round number. We'll head in, see if we can pick some things off. in the dark, and then we'll go from there. Ideally, I just want to find some transport ships. We'll have you just... let's things just low. We are, there we go, 1 TR, thank you very much. Torpedoes and everything, good job. Right. Another one of those, please and thank you. Especially a large merchant class, that's over the... Was it 500 tons I think we need? Yeah. It's not too difficult to find ships over 500 tons, though. Some of the smaller corvettes and things can be troublesome. Relying on my destroyers here to keep me safe. Back to normal, we'll run a little bit. Any idea what this is? We're not shooting at it. An AMC, excellent. 1 dead AMC. Hasn't officially sunk yet. It's on fire, it should go down under. We've got 25 minutes till dusk comes, so maybe we'll start pulling out. Here we go. We've got our 2 objectives, and now we will withdraw. Right, we'll just head up the coast. Try and get into Camaran Bay before the planes get us. Cloud cover or anything? No, it looks fairly clear. We have apparently spotted... What? A BC, a CV, and a DD? I don't think they were here. I'm happy to just take the victory. I mean, weakening the French fleet's always good, but... I need to double check intelligence to what ships they've actually got here. If, of course, it was a BB and a CV, that would be somewhat terrifying. I don't believe that to be the case. I guess we'll find out in a minute when I end the battle. Okay, perfect little night raid. Beautiful. Yeah, they didn't. They had a corvette. Easy peasy. Major perspective. One prestige. Alright, but I will happily take the 1300 victory points, which closes the gap to just over 2000 there, which is nice. And a bit of prestige. Excellent. Okay, we're still doing spy stuff on the British. That. It's quite a nice looking light cruiser actually. 4 triple turrets. All 6-inch. Less AA because these are not dual purpose. That's a threat to any of my light forces. I would shred my destroyers. We've helped our research in torpedo tech, which unfortunately means they have an advantage on us. And we have a voice radio. Oh, dual purpose 5-inch mounts. Excellent. I tend to use them a lot. Haha! Finally! We've worked out what a dive bomber is. Okay, okay, lose some VPs from large enemy fleets, which is okay, we know about that. Oh, looks like we're stepping up the raiding here. That's 13 friendly merchants sunk. That's starting to creep up, although unrest is still happily at 0. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that. Let's go to the build screen. That's fine. How much are these a month? 2, not very much. Let's rock out 4 of these. Is 4 going to be enough? Let's have a quick look. Who have I got in trade protection at the minute? I'm 2,000 short, which is 1. I have got the Baltico on trade protection with Caribbean. I think it's another 2, so it puts up to 3. I think everywhere else is fine. So let's say, let's go for around 6. That would give me 3 spare ones for when I inevitably lose some more to submarines. Okay. We can afford that. Excellent. Good. Right, what do we have out here? France has nothing, just corvettes. Okay, wow, we should get this essentially for free very soon. And long may that continue. Their battleship is now out of dock. Yeah, they have a much bigger fleet now in the Mediterranean. Slightly terrifyingly so. I have a destroyer in Northern Europe? Why do I have a destroyer in Northern Europe? You. Please move yourself to the Mediterranean. Okay, perfect. Alright, let's go. Oh, no commanding admiral. What's happened? Show me. Have someone retired? What date are we in now? September 1933. No. Surely somebody didn't die. Nope. Why is no one in the med? Which rank's that? An admiral. Oh, did you get promoted? Ultima. Oh, hang on. Go back to rank. That's what happened. Is Ultimo Recurso here has been promoted to Fleet Admiral. Congratulations. Which means you can't do anything useful for me right now. So we do need another admiral to put into staff position. I don't think we have any named people not doing anything. Oh, we have lots of named people not doing things actually. Too many promotions causing us problems. Alright, well, Proto there, you can now become control of the Mediterranean. Jolly good. Yeah, I'll take the hit. It's only going to be a couple of months. The enemy is preparing to invade Algeria. Ooh, touche, France, touche. Invasion battle. Okay. Now this is somewhat advantageous because they've got to guard their own convoys. From a ship perspective, they've got a lot more light forces, which might actually do wonders for them steering us away from our convoys. So we might have to bear that in mind. But from heavy ships, I'm happy to take these on. We do have some planes in and around both Algeria and in Majorca, and somewhere longer range ones from our bases will be in range. Okay, I'm okay with this. I think we can turn them back. Unexpected battle which is possible. Tunisia, 20 aircraft. Southern France, 40. Okay, that's theirs. So we might have some medium bombers that can come in. We've only got the Neptuno, which is a fun thing to play around with. Okay. Let's have a look. We shall attack enemy ships in general. Okie doke. So we only have at our disposal the Neptuno, captained by the wondrous Blaise Inyanes III. And we have a destroyed attachment to try and offer him some protection. It is 3 hours till night time, which is dangerous given our disparity in light forces. Nighttime is not somewhere we're going to own right now. We need to attack invasion transports and inflict damage to enemy ships. Win the battle to prevent an invasion. Okay. If you win a resounding victory, you'll prevent an invasion even if they are all able to unload. Excellent. Now we don't have planes at Algeria itself. They're over in Bone, which actually does limits a lot of it. So it's Palma will be our primary supply of aircraft for this fight. Okay. And some airships as well. Alright. Let's go see if we can run into a little bit of trouble. Let's come up to 20 knots. Unknown ship sighted. That's very close. What and where are you? It is their battleship. Now we are all forward firing, so let maybe stay a little bit aggressive here. Don't want to get too close. I do want to hit it, which we've not managed thus far. And there's the invasion fleet. Hit on their battleship. So I think really our play here is probably going to be inflict enough damage on the St. Louis that causes it to disengage and then go after the transports. I'm not sure we're going to have the forces to sink it. Not unless we manage to really cripple it early on. I think they'll be able to slink away with enough cover. But let's remind ourselves, this has 8 6-inch guns. We have 9 6-inch guns. We're all forward facing. So we do generally have a bit of an advantage, unless we're kind of, I suppose, broadside to broadside. There's not much in it. 13-inch belt. I can't remember. 22 knots, slightly slower than us. What was our belt? Yeah, same belt. It's slightly slower. I think we're slightly bigger. I can't quite remember. Well, let's have a quick look at what range are we at here? 17,400 yards. 17,000 yards. Oh, we're actually probably punching through his belt at this range already with our 16-inch guns. That's pretty nice. That's nice. Right, so we don't need to close too much, but let's maybe tilt this way a little bit so we don't steaming too much towards this mob. We would like our air support, which is within range. It's a long range for their dive bombers and their torpedo bombers. Oh, that reminds me, I should have requested a dive bomber model. I need to remember to do that after this battle. So there's our lovely Zeppelins going out. And another 16-inch hit on the St. Louis. Okay. Okay, it looks like they're kind of running away from me already. Another 16-inch hit on the St. Louis. Good shooting here from the Neptuno. 2 more hits on her. Not change anything since we're hitting her. Another hit. So we are definitely rattling her here. We're saying medium damage, but I suspect she can take a fair beating. This is good. We've landed, I don't know, 5 or 6 16-inch shells. It's going to leave a mark, if nothing else. Few quieter turns now. She has hidden behind the convoys, which it's an interesting strategy from someone looking to protect the convoy fleet. I will maybe turn go behind the convoys here. We can keep engaging with the St. Louis and maybe close the gap so we can start picking off some of these transports with our secondaries. Again, conscious that at some point we're probably going to anger their bring it up 20 knots there. Anger their light forces that are defending the convoys, who will then come out and we'll have to run away from the torpedoes. 2 more hits. You're doing some great work here. Again, I'm not sure it's going to be enough to send her down the way. Oh, and St. Louis finally responds with a hit on Neptuno. 2 more 16-inch hits. Really showing the, I don't know, the impressiveness of Spanish gunnery. Pedigree? I don't know. Pick a word that means good. I don't know why I didn't look right there. I had thoughts. They were fleeting. I noticed that she has got all 4 of her guns trained on me now, which has evened things up a little bit. And indeed, she lands a hit. Yeah, so this is not the best angle for us. We've only got 2 of our guns, so really we want to probably turn towards. But you can't keep turning towards, because eventually you get too close. I can kind of either decide to pull away, or I can... No, do you know what? Let's pull this way and around. Ooh, that's going to be very close to some of these destroyers. But at least this way we should have 2, if not 3 of our turrets on. One's temporarily just out of action. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, C hit, turret disabled. And what's happened? Oh, their mediums are starting to hit our destroyers. I think I want to probably actually open it up a little bit here. You gentlemen, I'm going to put you back onto, not back onto, I'm going to put you onto human control, because I'm not that keen on what you're doing here. Come on to human control. Let's get you into line ahead. Let's get you to hold torpedo fire for just now. Let's see if you can come down this way. Okay, another hit on the St. Louis from our Neptuno. This is good. Keep bringing you guys south. I'm tempted to let you have free range with your torpedoes now. This is not the greatest angle for Neptuno, but hopefully we'll be able to open up again and come forward all guns blazing. It wouldn't be bad if our destroyers here felt comfortable enough to launch some torpedoes like Velasco did here. Excellent. I'd really like Cadorso to launch some. What I would like to happen and what will happen are very different things. And I'm actually going to turn away with the Neptuno now. I don't want to turn towards this Henry class here. Oh, Cadorso's getting pretty badly beat up. Let's pull you south. Well, oh! Nice response there. Taking a couple of big hits. Captain decides not going down without a fight. And is going to pull away. Oh, that's a nice spread. That's a nice spread. Now, we have taken another hit on Neptuno, but that's, I'm sure nothing she can't handle. Alright, we're going to come back to that. Let's bring you Turn north so we get your guns back to bear again. We'll bring your destroyers back over to support. And we'll see if those French kangaroo ships are in action again. Ooh, I didn't get pop-up, but she got hit by 2 torpedoes. Why did I not get pop-up? Pretty sure I normally get pop-ups for that. Anyway. Oh, that's great work there from the Cador. So, I will have a quick look at her because I think she might be badly beaten. She's doing not too bad actually. Only 1 star of damage. You get any flooding or anything here? That's not the view I want. This is the view I want. Damage 24%. Actually, I could have got it off the other view as well. A little bit of flooding. But you can still stick around. Oh, and more importantly, how's it for torpedoes? Still got some. Okay. So actually, let's see if we can spin you guys around. We'll bring the Neptuno back in guns bearing. And yeah, 2 torpedoes into the St. Louis. We might get her, you know, we might get her. Any planes on the way? What are you dots? Parasite fighters. You doke? Fine. Now there may be obviously French. I know I keep zooming in and out, which is a bad habit of mine. But maybe some French CVs, CVLs supporting this force at a distance. We'll have to wait and see what turns up. Right. But let's try not to get too zoomed in, but let's do a little bit more micro. Back to the log. At this point, she may just try and run for it. Ah! The dorsal here launches 4 torpedoes at a destroyer. That's not a good use of torpedoes. Right, I don't think we should stern chase her with our destroyers. They're likely to just take a bit of a beating. You can kind of point at her a little bit and get you. In fact, you're firing all 9 guns, so we'll just leave you be. And in fact, you guys are getting hit. 1 hit on the Cadorso, 1 hit on the... Oh no, it's out from us onto the French destroyer, and then another 16 shell into the St. Louis herself. I think I'm going to try and save the Cadorso at this point. So I'm going to go to my OB and detach her if I can. Detach. Not sufficient damage to detach, but I feel like her flooding is not great. Yeah. At a point you're going to let me control her, I feel like it might be too late. Alright. And obviously swapping a destroyer for a battleship, if it came to that, wouldn't be a bad outcome. Oh, have we sunk a transport? But I wasn't paying any attention to. Maybe we did. Do a slight turn towards. Run for a little bit, hit the St. Louis again. She's still picking on... St. Louis is still picking on Macadorso, takes another medium gun hit. Right, now at some point I would like to try and close in, but there's a lot of guns here, a few guns here, which can cause us problems as well. You are in line ahead formation. Turn together. Let's get that switched off. Let's do hold torpedo fire. Let's maybe see if we can't do something. 2 more 16 shells on the St. Louis here. I mean, she's got to be struggling now. Only recording 5 knots. Okay. This might be our chance. Stern view or not. You're going to go on to put some smoke down. See if we can't close in a little bit. St. Louis is not going out down with that fight. She responded with a shell there on the Neptuno. Slow you down ever so slightly because I don't want you to get too close to St. Louis here. The Velasco is running the gauntlet. Okay, this is good. 2 more 16 shells on St. Louis. We're going to say, you guys can do torpedoes. And I don't know if should I cut south? It depends which way she's turning. Let's run for 1 turn. No, she's straightened up again. That's good. Velasco, you're just going to go straight. Yes, I absolutely do. Do I want you to pick up survivors? Not right now, I'm afraid. You can come out of the line. Let's drop your speed. Down to something pretty slow, like 10 knots will be fine. Just want to try and save you. My light ships are incredibly valuable, so we'll swing you south. Okay. All on you, Velasco. You have torpedoes, you have torpedoes. Oh, that's a Chura. That's the wrong one. You're not damaged, are you? No, you're absolutely fine. Okay. Right, let's get you, keep going full steam ahead. And you are the gentleman I would like to pull off. Or lady, I suppose it's a ship. Ships are traditionally female. Okay, do you have to watch? I'm getting a little bit close to Neptune. I'm probably going to have to pull her away imminently. Oh, it's dead in the water. Oh, I think we've got it. Right, Neptuno, go south. I think we have got it. And I'm going to have you, yeah, just cut back. You can kind of cut then this way. In fact, we'll see if you can do a... I'm going to get you to send you to 180 in a couple of movements, like so. Just because the Churukka here might be encouraged to fire some few more torpedoes at St. Louis, just to make sure. There's nothing quite like overkill. Although we just hit it with 3 more 16-inch shells. And another 16-inch shell. I mean, I'm pretty confident she's dead. Okay, so Neptuno's going to swing around and then head towards the convoys to try and pick them off. And Velasco is now picking up these transports as well. Beautiful. I will have you just hang about in case you're keen at perhaps getting some torpedo hits in. No, I think we're confident that it's definitely going down. Okay, good. In which case you can pull back. You can continue to hassle the transports, as can you. I don't want to really close the gap, but we'll come over in this direction. I'm sure you can launch some shells at them. Excellent. It looks like your French escorts are just streaming away from the fight now. Okay, you are also streaming away. Oh, I should turn your smoke off. I'm going to have you come back and help screen the Neptuno. And you can just kind of be a bit more wild and free. Picking off these transports. Fair to say, I think this invasion is a bit of a failure. If we can get a real good victory point score here, it's also going to help our overall war position. Now, yes, I would absolutely love to have reduced their light force advantage, but let's be honest, we don't really have the tools for that job with us at the minute. Right now, most you're doing a little bit of wiggling. Your torpedo ranges are quite big, so I'm going to actually pull away with the Neptuno here. And there's nighttime. Okay, how close are we to Palma? Do you know what? It's fine. I'm just going to disengage. Nine airships are approaching enemy ships. Okay. Yeah, you guys do that. I'm going to put you back onto AI control so you can come up to Neptuno. And we are just going to jauntily sail home, I believe. Drop down to 20 knots. We will keep kind of generally pulling away as well. I don't want to hit their ships in night time. Our Zeppelin is claiming a battle cruiser bomb hit. I suspect that's a large transport and an excitable airship pilot. Okay, let's see if we can get home. It's actually quite a long battle, so we might need to keep our ships out in case there's a tomorrow. So let's bring you down all the way down to say 16, and then we'll just cruise about. And in fact, I'll go cruise about in the night time, and I'll come back afterwards. Okay, we've done all night. We're into the morning. There's still a few hours left of the mission. Apparently, our scouts have just hit a potential French force fairly close to us. Or we're still in the pre-dawn, though. Are we? Our vision cone is very small. Is it weather that's doing that to us? It is overcast. It is daylight. Why is our vision cone so small? Or is it just I'm really far zoomed out? That could be it as well. Let's go and have a nosy, see what's coming over here. What's our torpedo range? Yeah, okay, no, it's just I'm zoomed out. And my gun range is massive, that's all. What have we found? Oh, is that if the transports come back? Indeed they have. Okay, so we're opening up at these unknown ships. We've got to watch out for torpedoes here. We might as well expend whatever ammo we've got. Stop them reaching wherever their target is. Do our best not to get hit by a torpedo. And if we can sink an occasional destroyer, that would be swell. Surprised we haven't get the identification on though. I know it's a little cloudy, but still. Doing our best to wiggle and avoid them, although it will obviously hurt our chances of actually hitting them, as is their general small size. Okay. They had enough yet? Not quite. But I'm going to say this is not particularly interesting. And the fight's almost over, so I'm going to continue to wiggle about and expend my ammo and engage these things at long range. If I do something ridiculous like take a torpedo, I'll let you know about it, but otherwise we'll just come back probably at the end of the fight. And there we have it. So I did bump into a couple more large transports and sunk them, but otherwise nothing of note. Okay, Victor, very much Spain. There she is. Ah, excellent. Oh, we didn't even sink any destroyers. But we did sink all 8 of their transports. And yeah, we took a little bit of damage ourselves, but generally, that went rather swell. Good old battleship duel. Let's have a look at the St. Louis here. So before we look at the damage, she only scored 7 hits. Hit percent chance of just under 4. We scored 39 hits. That's pretty impressive. 28 of which, at least, maybe a few, but 28 hits against the St. Louis compared to 7. That's a good gunnery duel. Not gonna lie. So I think, I mean, a lot of the damage was probably done by the Neptuno. Oh, hit the conning tower. Where is... There you go, Codorso, who did survive, by the way. He came into port overnight. Yeah, hits her with flooding. A little bit of limit flooding. She's on fire. Limits flooding. And then, no, she's sunk. Yeah, so I think it was the torpedoes that really did it for her. But definitely, I imagine a mix of the battering she took from her heavy hits as well. Fantastic. Oh, it was 3 torpedoes that hit her in the end. Obviously, we only registered 2 hits. Excellent. And then the Neptuno, yeah, she took a little bit of damage, a couple of heavy hits, but phew, shrugged it off. Shrugged it off. Excellent. Ha ha ha! 7,000 VPs puts us firmly in front. So politicians take that. And a couple more prestige. And I'm very happy with that. And we have averted the enemy invasion. Battle of Algiers is fine. France is dominating the seas in the Mediterranean. I mean, did you not just see what happened? Float plane scout from the French. Okay, fine. We're looking at Scantlings, and we're continuing to fight in Cochin China. Okay, I was hoping we'd get that only in a couple of months, but so be it. We may have to do some anti-raiding stuff. I think after we take Cochin China, I was thinking about releasing the heavy cruisers to pop some light cruisers, but we may want to swing them to invade the last French place. I'm not sure. But we don't want to quickly do aircraft. Oh, I'm doing a fighter one. Okay, we'll do the dive bomb one after that. Excellent. Still taking a little bit of hit prestige because of our foreign tonnage one out, but we'll... Oh, actually, they take ages to build. For some reason in mind they're only a few months. That's just a complete misremembering. And you... Why are you still showing us 3 months? You were at 3 months at the start of this episode. You not being worked upon. I do not know. Okay. So yeah, it's an interesting one in the Med now. So we have the advantage in terms of heavy ships. We've got a couple of battle cruisers. We've got a battleship. But they very much have the advantage in aviation. We've got CV and CVLs. So we'll see which way it goes. But yeah, we're probably getting to the point where it's been, you know, once you hit kind of 2 years plus, you probably are thinking about, I should probably peace out now. Because obviously all this war is giving a boost to everybody else in the world. But things are going pretty well. Let's maybe hit return and see what comes up. Yeah, I'll take that hit, that's okay. I think we're just going to get sunk here. Yeah, not surprising. Germany has a medium bomber. Fighting continues. Less raiding though, which is good. Interestingly, not a fight. Yeah, we're now 4,000 tons shy. Yeah, I would like... We've got 2 heavy cruisers now. I wonder if I should release one of them to go and cause some problems. Send it to like... Actually, France has only got destroyers in West Africa. Where have all your cruisers gone? Wonder if they've responded to having lost the battleship to feel need to bring in more cruisers back to France. Perhaps. Interesting. So we could do something like send one of our heavy cruisers off to West Africa. Our fleet here is not particularly big. We'll see. I might eat the prestige for a little bit, but there's only so much before it becomes problematic. The enemy is preparing to invade Corsica. Really? Yeah, they're going to give it a go. The fools. Now this, again, is going to be a bit more interesting. They're going to have air cover from mainland France we're going to have to contest with. We have got air cover in, I think we've got a base in Corsica and a base in Sardinia. And yeah, our surface fleet, we should do a good job of tearing them apart. But we're going to have to find their carriers. Expected enemy forces in area, so they're bringing everyone. No, it's air in battle. It's just the carriers and okay, one heavy cruiser. Oh, if we could find these, we could find these. Right, we're going to accept it. We are not going to fight in this episode though. We'll have a look at our opening setup and then we'll come back for it next time. Land-based air. Probably just ships. I was toying with the idea of bases, right? What has France got in terms of naval aviation? It just looks like they've got medium bombers, actually. Yeah. Because theirs is the solid line. So you can see two of the solid lines here. Looks like they've got medium bombers based out here, but not like a whole raft of dive bombers, torpedo bombers, anything. They have some dive bombers down in Tunis. Fine. And then that's it. So I think we might actually have certainly the land-based air advantage. And we are covering a good chunk of the area of operation. But we do need to find... We've got our CVL. Find those carriers quickly and see if we can strike them. And that may turn the face of... I was going to say turn the war, but the war's kind of going our favour. but kind of turn the overall strategic outlook if we can wreck their carrier fleet. 4.5 hours. That's not long, which is plus no minus. Okay, interesting, interesting. But one we're going to have to come back to next time. So hopefully you'll join me then. Cheerio.